Aries, Mercury retrograde from October 20th to November 26th, 2025, when communication turns backward, the test of wisdom and heart. Under the fiery skies of late October, Aries, the messenger planet Mercury begins its backward dance, a time that tests your clarity, patience, and understanding of others. Between October 20th and November 26th, Mercury turns retrograde, moving through two deeply sensitive zones in your Thai astrological chart. The 7th house mean partnerships, contracts, and alliances, and the 8th house mean transformation, secrets, and rebirth. This cycle isn't meant to destroy your plans. It's here to rearrange them, to help you face old misunderstandings, revisit unhealed emotions, and build a more intelligent foundation for the relationships and commitments that truly matter. Let's unfold what this means for you, step by step. 1. The core meaning of Mercury retrograde for Aries in Thai astrology. Mercury governs communication, logic, travel, documentation, and connection. When Mercury goes retrograde, its energy becomes inward and tangled. Conversations go in circles, deals stall, emails disappear, and the smallest words can trigger emotional avalanches. For Aries, whose nature is fast, impulsive, and straightforward, this retrograde is like being asked to drive a sports car through a foggy mountain. You must slow down, look twice, and listen carefully to the sounds around you. This period will affect 3 core areas of your life. 1. Relationships and partnerships. 2. Finances and material balance. 3. Personal stability and emotional wisdom. Each will carry its own challenge and lesson. 2. Relationships under review. When words cut deeper than intentions, during this retrograde, Mercury moves backward through your 7th house of partnerships and briefly touches the 8th house of transformation. That means your conversations, especially with spouses, partners, colleagues, or clients, may feel unusually sensitive. Misunderstandings arise not because you did something wrong, but because the wavelengths of communication are slightly distorted. Common themes you might notice: mixed messages or emotional tone mismatches. You may say one thing and others hear another. Example: you tell your partner, "I just need some space," meaning a quiet evening, but they hear, "You're pushing me away." Old relationships reappearing. Mercury retrograde often pulls the past into the present. Expect messages from ex-lovers, former clients, or people with unresolved emotional stories. This isn't necessarily a sign to reopen old doors, but to close them properly this time. Partnership negotiations getting delayed. Business deals, collaborations, or contracts might face revision or last-minute confusion. Example: a client suddenly changes the terms, or a document goes missing right before signing. Different life rhythms. You may find it hard to align your plans with someone else's timing. This is the universe's way of slowing you down, urging you to see beyond yourself and understand the other's rhythm. Astrological advice. 1. Avoid making permanent relationship decisions until Mercury turns direct after November 26th, unless you're absolutely sure and emotionally balanced. 2. Speak less, observe more. The less you push, the more you understand. 3. If conflict arises right before you speak, draft a message, but don't send it immediately. Reread it later with a calmer mind. Example scenario: imagine you and your business partner disagree on how to handle a client. Normally, Aries would want to fix it now, but during Mercury retrograde, that quick reaction could lead to regret. If you pause, clarify expectations, and double-check all communications, you'll turn a potential fallout into a foundation for long-term trust. 3. The financial maze. Delays, revisions, and wisdom in spending now. Let's talk money, always a sensitive topic during Mercury retrograde. At the same time Mercury reverses, Venus, your planet of finances, loses power. Sitting in the 6th house mean challenges and workload that creates a tricky combination. Communication mix-ups meet financial delays. What this means: payments or commissions might be delayed. Perhaps a client forgets a deadline, or paperwork needs correction. Don't panic. The money isn't lost, just slow in arriving. Shared finances require clear boundaries. If you share accounts, loans, or investments with someone, review every agreement. Avoid co-signing debts or guaranteeing loans for others. Temptation to overspend. Aries often uses shopping or new ventures as an outlet for stress. But under the sky, impulsive buying, especially tech gadgets or travel, can backfire with hidden costs later. The cosmic lesson. Mercury retrograde isn't punishing you, it's teaching you financial mindfulness. Think of it like balancing two sides of a scale. On one side, your need for freedom and excitement. On the other, your need for long-term stability. When both are balanced, your actions become sharper and wiser. Example scenario. An Aries woman plans to launch a new online business. During Mercury retrograde, her supplier suddenly changes the terms of shipping. Instead of forcing the deal, she takes a step back, reviews all costs, and discovers a better partner offering long-term benefits. That's the hidden gift. Retrograde delays often redirect you to better paths. 4. The protective power of Jupiter. Building strong foundations amid all the confusion, Jupiter shines as your protector. In thaiastrology, Jupiter now stands as an exalted and strong in your 4th house of home, roots and stability. This is your anchor. While Mercury creates temporary fog, Jupiter builds your long-term ground, supporting you in areas such as buying or improving property, strengthening family ties, creating emotional and financial security, finding mentors or wise supporters. Example manifestations. 1. Home-based income. You may discover ways to earn money from home, online work, rentals, or digital consultancy. 2. Support from elders. Advice from parents or senior mentors could lead to valuable breakthroughs. 3. Knowledge is currency. Jupiter rewards wisdom. You might learn something hidden, a market insight, a confidential report, or a spiritual teaching that later becomes a key to success. 4. Emotional healing through space. Cleaning or rearranging your home can clear your mental clutter. As above, so below. Key advice: when Mercury confuses, Jupiter clarifies. Use this phase to review your foundation, physically, financially, and spiritually. Ask yourself, what does security truly mean to me? You may realize it's not about controlling everything, but about trusting your inner compass. 5. How to navigate this period. Step-by-step guidance. A. Communication strategy 1. Think before speaking. If you're upset, wait 24 hours before responding. 2. Put everything in writing. Emails, agreements, even text confirmations. 3. Back up all data. Retrograde periods love deleting files. Use cloud storage and double copies. 4. Listen twice as much as you talk. Mercury retrograde rewards those who observe. B. Healing relationships. Old issues return so they can heal, not haunt. If an ex or an old friend reappears, see it as a spiritual audit, a chance to release guilt, forgive, or understand closure. Don't rush reconciliation. What's meant to return will remain after the fog clears. Mirror test. Every conflict shows a hidden reflection of yourself. If someone accuses you of not listening, maybe you've also ignored your own needs. See health and well-being. Mercury retrograde also affects the nervous system, your brain, speech, and memory. You may experience forgetfulness or double booking appointments, headaches from overthinking, feeling scattered or distracted. Solutions: keep a planner, meditate or walk daily, limit caffeine and screens at night. Try speech fasting once a week. Speak only when necessary. Silence can recharge your clarity. D. Emotional maintenance. Avoid drama. Don't get pulled into gossip or online arguments. Seek stillness. Visit a temple, meditate, or spend time near water. Find your rhythm again. Mercury retrograde slows life down so you can hear your heartbeat, not the world's noise. 6. What to avoid during this retrograde. 1. Signing new contracts without full review. If unavoidable, read every line twice. 2. Buying new vehicles or electronics. They often malfunction later. 3. Starting big projects impulsively. Wait until after November 26th, when clarity returns. 4. Spreading rumors or reacting online. Miscommunication spreads faster than truth during this cycle. But you can do: reorganize your workspace or digital files. Review unfinished projects. Reconnect with wise friends or mentors. Reflect deeply on what you truly want from partnerships and commitments. 7. The hidden blessing. Transformation through reflection. Although Mercury's retrograde often brings frustration, its deeper purpose is purification. It forces Aries, the warrior sign, to pause the battle and look inward. It asks, can you conquer your mind before conquering the world? When Mercury moves from the 7th to the 8th house, it symbolically leads you from partnership to transformation, from external negotiation to internal rebirth. This is when you realize which relationships drain your energy. You discover unspoken truths about yourself. You choose maturity over reaction. Like a blacksmith heating and shaping iron, this period refines you, making you sharper, calmer, and wiser. Example story. An Aries man has constant conflict with his business partner. During Mercury retrograde, their communication breaks down. Missed calls, lost invoices, emotional tension. He feels ready to quit, but instead, he chooses to listen. He discovers his partner wasn't being careless, just overwhelmed. By the time Mercury turns direct, they rebuild their agreement from a stronger foundation. What seemed like the end becomes a rebirth. 8. Timing and turning point. When the fog lifts, mark November 26, 2025, Mercury goes direct again. From that point, your clarity, confidence, and communication start flowing smoothly. You'll look back and realize how much insight you've gained. The days following that are perfect for re-signing pause contracts, rebuilding relationships with clear understanding, launching ideas with refined strategy. Mercury retrograde is like a software update, annoying while it downloads, but once installed, everything runs smoother. 9. Final words. The wisdom of the messenger Aries. Your greatest weapon is courage, but your greatest teacher now is patience. Between October 20th and November 26th, the cosmos asks you to blend both, courage to face the truth, and patience to wait for the right timing. When Mercury turns backward, the universe isn't blocking you, it's aligning you with divine timing. So instead of fighting to slow down, use it to plan. Use it to review. Use it to strengthen the relationships and systems that truly matter. By the end of this cycle, your words will regain their power, but with more wisdom behind them. You'll communicate not just to win, but to connect. You'll act not just from impulse, but from understanding. And you'll realize that even the universe's pause button is, in truth, an act of protection, guiding you toward a clearer, more powerful version of yourself. So, Aries, if things slow down, don't panic. Mercury isn't taking your power away. It's polishing it. By late November, you'll speak with greater truth, act with greater wisdom, and move forward with the kind of strength that never rushes, because it already knows where it's going.